Hey, baby. Come here just a second. I want you to tell me if you can hear me here. There it's coming. Yeah. Add that to your list. Oh, man. Gonna take this thing a minute to fire up here.
Can I look at it on the computer?
You can? Yeah.
Do it that way?
Well, wait. Here we go. I just want to test the sound. Poot. I don't need to be farting on the live stream, do I?
Probably not.
Of course, that thing may be hearing me. It may heard me just say that.
Don't be putting on YouTube.
Don't be farting on YouTube. That'd be bad.
Oh.
I guess the sound works. All right, I guess if you're hearing the sound works, you just heard me say, don't be farting on YouTube. So probably shouldn't have said that. Oh, Thomas Ellington, yeah, I can hear you. Richard, yeah, don't fart on stream, yeah, yep, we did. Okay, well, there's so the first live stream is a booming success, no pun intended. So anyway, thank y'all for joining. This is something I just wanted to try it just to see if it would work. I really don't have a video. I was going to try to put out a video for in the morning and didn't get all the footage put together. So yeah, here we go. Didn't get all the footage put together, so decided just to try a live stream, just kind of see how it ends up working out. And so we're gonna give this a whirl and see how it goes. Got a couple of things on my mind that I wanted to wanted to talk about just in terms of farming overall, and then we done a farmers market last night over at Bermuda Run, North Carolina, which is about 45 minutes away from here, and then we done a market this morning in High Point, which is what we consider our big market. That's kind of our anchor market, and thought we'd just do a little update on kind of how those days went. But first thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, and please, if you got questions, drop them on. I've got an iPad here, and I can see the chat on the screen there. So this is brand new for me, so bear with me for any mistakes that we might make, including fart jokes. But a couple things I want to talk about farming, and this has kind of been on my mind for a while now. Probably since we got into early spring and sort of got started back. And around here, things really kind of fall off in the winter. We do keep pigs around in the wintertime. We do have egg-laying chickens. We did keep sheep over winter last year, and then but we don't keep turkeys and we don't keep meat chickens over winter. So that really is kind of excuse me. It's a slower time. It's not a slow time for us, but it's a slower time than we really kind of crank up in February and go pretty hard at it through October and into November just a little bit with the Thanksgiving turkeys. But we don't have a lot of poultry around over winter. But this kind of got me thinking back in early spring whenever we started getting our baby chicks in. And I think for folks that are interested in getting into farming and interested in getting started, YouTube and some of the stuff that we see on some of these videos and stuff I produce, I put out, I think sometimes gives a pretty rosy picture or a rosier picture of what farming really is. The one thing that we've learned over 3 years now, and this year, I'll admit this year's been tough. Even though I've been home a lot more due to the coronavirus, it's given me an opportunity to, I've been working from home, but during the day it's easy for me to run out, do a couple of chores real quick, come back in and keep work going and all that kind of thing. But this year's still been hard. I think sometimes what we see on a video that I do in 12, 15, 20 minutes that takes all day to do really kind of diminishes the amount of work that goes into this thing that we do. We get started every morning at 6 or 6:30, and during the summertime, we kind of joke, but it's really true. We eat supper at dark 30. Lots of nights we're eating supper at 9:30 or quarter till 10, and we eat dinner or supper and then we go straight to bed, and then it's up the next morning and boom, here you go again. So I don't say that to discourage anybody, but I think we didn't come into this farming venture with our eyes completely wide open, and we've paid the price for on some of that. We weren't prepared in some ways, so in some ways we were behind. We weren't ready for the amount of work. I have unfairly put a lot of work on Sandra that she really didn't ask for, and so can't thank her enough for some of the stuff that she's done and the hard work that she's put in. But farming's tough. I mean, it's a tough lifestyle. Before we came here, we've talked a little bit about our history. Sandra and I were both in healthcare for 20 plus years. I still am on an administrative side. I do have a Monday through Friday job. But before this, we worked in either an ER, Sandra worked in X-ray, EMS, I worked in EMS, and those kinds of things. So we really didn't have a whole lot of farming experience. Our grandparents had big gardens, and her family did have a few chickens and a few cows and some of that kind of stuff. Yes, JP does have a channel. He's got some content. Go follow JP. He's a great guy. They're good customers of ours. They're good friends of ours. They've been out to the farm a couple times. If you're not following JP Lawns and More, go follow JP. He's a super guy. He and Kate are just fantastic people. We had a lot of rosy ideas on what farming was going to be. A lot of bucolic kinds of, the red barn and the chickens and the cows and all that. And while it is some of that, that's not all of it. I mean, there's just a ton of work. But I can't imagine a life now that doesn't include some kind of farming. I would not go back to living on, a 1 acre lot, and kind of living the lifestyle that we did before. It's a tough life, but overall, farming is just a fantastic way to go. We know where our food comes from. We have a very visceral connection to the earth and what we do, and it's been such a blessing to see this farm, this land, this property that we have change over the course of 3 years in what we've done, and the practices that we followed, and that being able to heal the earth. And we've taken an old, what was a soybean, corn, tobacco farm, and have turned it into a very abundant kind of thing. We were out here in the garden today and saw monarch butterflies. There were probably 10 or 15 monarch butterflies out there. So again, if you're interested in getting into farming and homesteading, I would strongly encourage you to do it. It's a great lifestyle. It's a fantastic life to live. Just know that it is it ain't easy. So But that's farming. Couple chats here. Appreciate Thomas joining us, Thomas Ellington, JP Loans and Moore's, Richard Benfield. Richard, thank you for joining us. Appreciate all the comments that you've thrown our way. Appreciate you coming out last week and helping us with the chickens. We'd love to have you guys back. We'd love to have you guys back down anytime you want to come. It's great meeting you and your wife. You guys are fantastic people, so we really appreciate y'all coming out. Terry comments a lot. Terry, appreciate you joining us as well. And again, I mentioned JP there a minute ago. He and Kate, fantastic folks, and he does some gold prospecting videos and coin hunting and some pretty cool stuff there. So JP and I are working on a little bit of we've had a little bit of discussion about a little collaborative kind of deal, doing a tractor war. He has an RK24. I think it is an RK24, and I've got a Coyote. I think I'm probably a little stouter than he is, but he's got the backhoe. I'd like for him to come out and show me how to use that backhoe. I need to dig some electric lines for a project that we're getting ready to do out here pretty soon. So appreciate JP and Kate, super nice folks. Other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight, I've done a couple of these, kind of a market report. I don't give all of our numbers. But I certainly don't mind giving some of our numbers and talking a little bit about what our farmers markets look like and kind of how those go as an encouragement to folks. We have grown exponentially over the past 3 years. From year one, when we started doing farmers markets, to year two, we done triple the business in year two that we did in year three. Our goal this year was to double the business that we done last year. We surpassed our gross sales number for last year a couple weeks ago. So we were talking today, kind of looking at the rest of the year, making some plans for how things are going to go, and I think we're going to double what we had done last year. So slow, steady growth. We're just trying to build the farm here and kind of, be able to sustain this farm and hopefully eventually be able to support 2 full-time incomes. Right now, we really don't pay Sandra anything, but all the profits and everything that we make on the farm, every bit of it is going right back into the farm for infrastructure and equipment and materials and all that kind of thing. So that's kind of the story on how we're doing the financial piece. So let's talk a little bit about what we've done the past couple days. Again, we do, excuse me, we do a market in, let me find my app. Look for it this way. There it is. Again, we do 2 markets per week. We do a market on Friday nights, Bermuda Run, which is over in just west of Winston-Salem. Bermuda Run Country Club's over there. It's a good little market, good location. Last night, I think there were about 7 vendors there. A couple of veg vendors, a couple of folks that were doing some craft stuff. There's another lady that sits up next to us, fishmongers, Laura, and I cannot remember Laura's last name. If you're in the High Point area, Winston-Salem area, go see Laura at Fishmongers. They have got fantastic stuff. I mean, we always leave a market either Friday night or Saturday. She does both of them as well. We always leave a market with some kind of fish to fix for dinner later on in the week. So if you're in the area, go see Laura at Fishmongers. But anyway, talking about, I'm sorry, I lose my train of thought. Market on Friday nights at Bermuda Run. It's growing for us a little bit. This is really our first full year there. And then we do High Point on Saturdays. The one thing that we've really discovered about doing farmers markets is that it is a very relationship sale. It's a very relationship business, and that frankly has been the best part for us. In the wintertime, whenever we're not doing markets, we miss our customers who have become our friends as much as anything. I mean, we've just built some great friendships with a lot of folks over the course of a couple of years at those markets. So we do miss our friends whenever we're not at the markets. High Point, again, is our anchor market. That's our big market on Saturdays, and that's really the one that we depend on to pay the bills. That's what we need for to get our to get sales, to get the sales that we need so that we can buy feed and all the stuff that we have to do. Anyway, so let's just do the week. So for the week, again, we done 2 markets. Gross number of sales this week, we done 72 transactions. Excuse me, 72 transactions. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The most satisfying feeling that we have has nothing to do with the amount of money that we walk away from a market. It really has nothing to do with any other thing that we do on this farm other than knowing this coming week we're going to take part in feeding 72 families high quality, nutritious, locally grown food. They're not buying from a confinement feeding operation. They're not buying from some big conglomerate like a Tyson or Smithfield or Cargill or any of those guys. They're buying local food that was raised right, that's quality stuff. That's the most satisfying thing that we walk away with from our markets, is knowing that we are participating this week in feeding 72 families. On average, our sale was a little over $25 a sale. You certainly can do the math there, but I'm not going to get very specific. This week, the leader in gross sales by dollar figure was chicken breast. We sold more chicken breast in terms of dollar amount than we did anything else. But the thing that we sold the most in amount wise, of course, our chicken breast, $10.49 a pound. We sold 26 dozen chicken eggs this week. So that's a lot of eggs. We did give away a couple of dozen eggs this week. We've eaten a couple dozen eggs this week. So, you know, eggs are still doing good. But we've sold 26 dozen chicken eggs this week, 9 chicken breasts. Again, that was the leader in gross sales by dollar figure. Boneless pork chops. Boneless pork chops are back. I'm surprised we've not sold more boneless pork chops. Pork chops, that is one of our biggest sellers. That's one of the things that just flies off the shelf whenever we get it. I tell people if I could figure out how to grow a pig that was all pork chops and baby back ribs, I'd quit my regular job and I'd just sit here and count the 20s. But boneless chops, had a pretty good week on them, but not as many as I would have expected to sell. Baby back ribs, we sold 3 packs of baby back ribs this week, 10 packs of ground beef, 6 chicken leg quarters. We've sold some chorizo. We got our good sausages back in stock now. We had 6 pigs done. I've done a couple of videos on our pigs and getting them loaded up and getting them back from the processor. So we got our good sausages back. We had ran out of chorizo. We'd ran out of bratwurst. We'd ran out of sweet and hot Italian. All of those are fantastic sellers for us. So folks that have been looking for those, we got them back. So come and visit us at the market or come see us out here at the farm, and we got the good stuff back. Turkey breast, we sold 3 turkey breasts. We're about out of turkey breast. That was a little bit of an experiment for us, doing turkeys in cut-ups. We done the split breast, some turkey drumsticks. Those sold out really quick. Folks love those. And turkey thighs. We still got some of those in stock. But sold some turkey breasts this week. And then the rest of it's just onesies and twosies. But for the week in category, pork was the big leader this week. We sold 54 pork items over the course of this week. So pork continues to be a big leader for us. Pigs are just, we love pigs and we love the product and we love what they do for us. Sold 55 poultry items. That includes chicken as meat, chicken eggs, and turkey. So we sold 55 poultry items this week. 44 beef items, 7 things of honey, and then Sandra does some pimento cheese. She's got a little bit of a cult following on that pimento cheese. We sold 14 packs of pimento cheese this week. The guys that are next to us, Kyle, and I do not remember Kyle's partner's name, Rootbound, they're a neighbor to us at the market in High Point. He does a little pimento cheese, so we had a little bit of a pimento cheese taste test today, and theirs was pretty good. I still got to vote for Saunders because I got to live with her, but those guys' pimento cheese was pretty daggone good. So that is kind of our week in review. Looking forward to next week. You know, we're going to continue to do these markets again. They're just they mean so much to us in terms of the business and then the friendships that we built as well. Again, back on farming, you know, this stuff is, I mean, it's tough. Sandra and I, we've quit, man, if we've quit once, we've quit 200 times. We walked in the house and said, that's it, sell it all, put it on Craigslist, put it on eBay, call the realtor, you know, we're selling out. But we're fortunate that we've been able to stick with it and get it done. So I'm gonna run through a couple of the messages here right quick and just see if there's any questions. Yep, Richard, again, appreciate y'all coming. We loved having you guys out. You're welcome anytime. JP is giving Sandra a little bit of pity there. Let me tell you, brother, she don't need it. She's tough as a pine knot. Go steady. Thomas Schmidt says, go steady and don't grow too fast. Man, you're absolutely right. I think you know, we've put some things into place that have helped us grow. Adding the walk-in freezer this year has been huge. I think that was a move that we were probably a little bit behind on, but worked out good in terms of when the coronavirus hit. You know, we kept it pretty empty, but now we're back full. We got 3 more cows coming. So that was a move that, you know, it was time, but you're absolutely right. Take your time, go slow, grow into it. We often say we would rather have a pull, people wanting product and us being a little bit behind on it, as opposed to trying to push a bunch of stuff because we're flush on product and we can't get rid of it. So you're absolutely right, go slow on that. JP got the grouper from Laura today and the tuna. I've had the tuna, not had the grouper, I've had the tuna. The tuna is fantastic. Also, she does a great, is it striper? I think we get the striper from her and do fish tacos. But they've got, again, Laura's got great stuff. Richard had some of the boneless chops. Yeah, man, they're pretty good. Those things. We tell folks, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, grill them, you know, get that internal temperature. Sandra knows what it is. But get that internal temperature right, and those things are fantastic. They're unbelievable. Yep, JP and his wife got they bought a half cow. She posted, his wife Kate posted some pictures of a ribeye that they had done last night on Instagram. That thing was absolutely beautiful. So that beef looked good. Yeah, we don't have, so bacon, JP's asking about bacon. We're out of bacon right now. We did have the 6 pigs done, but we have our bacon smoked at Piedmont Custom Meats. Their smoker is their smoking room. I think it's about 10 foot by 20 foot. It's a huge, huge smoker, and they don't fire that thing up until they've got a full load. And so typically it takes about 10 to 14 days to get our bacon back. So we hope to have bacon in the next week or so. So we're looking forward to getting that back. I could have sold 15 or 20 packs of bacon today if I'd had it. Making Richard hungry again. Yeah, man, you can't have too much to eat. Cliffside Acres, North Central Tennessee. Hey man, how y'all doing? We love Tennessee. If I wasn't living in North Carolina, I'd be in East Tennessee somewhere. We love the Elizabethton, Johnson City, Washington County, Carter County, that area over there. I actually grew up just on the other side of the mountain over in Ashe County, North Carolina. Butts up against Johnson County, Tennessee. I tell folks where I grew up, I could be in either Tennessee or Virginia, either one. We watched Saturday Night Live on Monday afternoon. We were so far back in the mountains, but love that area over there, ETSU and all the folks. I mean, just fantastic people. Yvonne Davis made turkey wings tonight, Caribbean jerk sauce with pineapple and rice. Man, that sounds good. I may have to rethink dinner plans here in a few minutes. Jerry Gann, wish you were close enough to buy some of that meat. Man, where are you at? Come see us. We're just in Greensboro. We're strategically located halfway between Miami and New York City, man. Come see us. We're not that far away. Fish tacos sound good. Yep, that's sounding good to me too. Yeah, the house box. JP's talking about the house, but let me tell you all about the house box. So in the freezer, down the big freezer, I've done a couple of videos on our big walk-in freezer. We have Sandra calls it the house box. That's the box that I'm not allowed to get into to pull product from to take to the market. So whatever's in the house box, I can't have it. So apparently there's some secret stash in there. I'm not even allowed to look in it, but apparently some of the good stuff's in there. I'm not sure what she's got stashed away in there. Yeah, Richard moved from Nashville. Richard and his wife were out the other day. They moved from Nashville, Tennessee. I went to Nashville I was telling Richard this other day, I went to Nashville about 6 years ago on a business trip. I just did not realize Nashville was as big as it is. I mean, it's everywhere. You get out there in Nashville, and man, it's a sprawling metropolis. It's huge. 3 Hours Homestead, Ottawa. Man, I'm gonna butcher that up. That's got to be an Indian name. Ottawa, Tennessee, just outside of Chattanooga. Have not been to Chattanooga in a number of years. Actually, I think Chattanooga was the very first Cracker Barrel that I ate at when I was a kid, and I've always loved. Did I get it? I got it. Ottawa. How about that? So, whenever you live in a state that has a town called Leicester, that's spelled Leichtetster or something like that, you kind of guess at the names, and sometimes you get lucky. Jerry Garner is in Middle Georgia. Warner Robins, familiar with the area, have never been to Warner Robins, but I know about where you're talking about. And again, Joe said that I got it right, so appreciate that. All right, guys, that's about 26 minutes. I think I bored everybody long enough. Again, just wanted to try the live stream and see how it worked and see how all that played out. If you like these, let me know. I'd be glad to do another one. We might start doing them from time to time. It's primarily going to be rambling from me, whatever's on my mind at the time, I guess. Appreciate everybody watching the videos. We've hit, I think it was 1,200 subscribers yesterday. And I'd said on the loading chute video, when I started this thing, I really kind of got serious about it in January. My goal became, I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And hit that July 20 something or another. So really kind of beat that goal by, it exceeded my expectations. But can't thank all y'all enough for subscribing, following along, watching the videos, leaving comments, coming out and seeing us. We've really enjoyed meeting so many folks that have come out to the farm, helped with chores, come out to visit, come out to purchase, just come out to see the place. And again, those are those friendships that I was talking about earlier that just mean so much to us, and we really enjoy that. Richard's going to email me tomorrow. Appreciate that. Yep, keep doing them. All right, thank y'all so much. I appreciate that that feedback. Terry has got a quick question. Liked your composting video. I've wondered why didn't you sell feet and backs of chickens? We do. The freezer. So I asked Sandra about that. The freezer was full. We've done somewhere north of 400 chickens so far this year and have kept feet and backs off of most of them. I do have some feet left in the freezer and backs. We keep those backs and the wingtips and we put those together to do a stock pack, and we sell those as stock packs to folks, and apparently we're flush on those. We've got plenty of those right now. So we do keep those. I did compost this bunch. We'll probably keep some out of the next to get us through winter. We've got 120 birds. Let's see. I've got 120 birds on the pasture that we're going to process the Sunday before Labor Day. I've got another 120 birds in the brooder down here. They are 3 weeks old Monday. I've got another 120 birds coming in 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks. So I've got about 360 birds to go. So we are going to keep some more feet and some more backs and wings for stock packs for later on in the wintertime. On the feet, interestingly enough, I've found two different groups of folks that like feet. There are folks that like to make a broth, or it's like a clear broth out of the feet. Apparently they're very gelatinous and make a very nice broth. And then I had another lady, she came up to me a couple weeks ago at one of the markets and said, y'all have chicken feet? We're like, yeah, we got chicken feet. She said, I want them. They're great cat treats. So apparently she puts them in a dehydrator, dries them, and they're cat treats. So who would have thunk it? Had no idea. Yeah, JP's asking when we want to dig for electric lines. Yeah, brother, we're going to wait till it cools off. That's another thing about farming. This heat, and maybe I'm just getting older, this heat this summer has just been awful. I mean, it has been terrible. The humidity, we get out early in the morning, try to get as many chores done as we can. Again, I'm still working, so I come in and work off and on. But we try to stay out of that heat middle part of the day, you know, from about 2 o'clock on to about 5, just kind of try to stay out of it. But we do have to go in and out some, but the heat's been, so yeah, we're going to wait. See, I run down that rabbit path. We're going to wait until it cools off before we start digging trench for electric lines. Dog treats. Yeah, I guess they would be good for dog treats. So yeah, cat and dog treats. The feet probably are good for both of those things. And again, a lot of Asian Americans love the feet for broths. Something else we on this. I'll tell you all this real quick, and then we'll start signing off because I could ramble on forever. Last group of cows that we done, we had them save the tongue out, and I remember as a kid. My grandparents had bought a cow. Somebody had bought a cow, whole side of beef, and had kept the tongue out. And I knew that they had done it, but had never really thought about it. But Sandra said, let's keep the tongues out. So we kept the tongues out of these. And son of a gun, I sold the tongues like first day out. Folks found out we had beef tongue, and it was like, boom, they were gone. Was at Bermuda Run last night. Had a fella come up and said, do you guys have beef tongue? And we're like, no, we're out of beef tongue. He said, it's great. He said, some good higher end Hispanic restaurants do a taco lingua, which is like a tongue taco. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to try it. So we're gonna, on the next group of cows, we got 3 out of the processor right now. On the next group of cows, we're gonna keep out some tongue. And I think we're gonna try some tongue tacos. Peace Train Farm. Hey guys, appreciate y'all joining in. Thank you for commenting, watching the videos, and subscribing. Been good hearing from y'all. Tacos de lengua. Okay, yeah, JP, yeah. Tacos de lengua. Sounds interesting. I'd give it a try, you know, so I'm kind of adventurous on that. We'll give it a whirl sometime. So, all right. Homegrown wife. Our neighbor fed my husband some, but didn't tell him until afterward. Yeah, there's probably some folks that probably wouldn't try that if they knew what it was, but they'd eat it and then, oh yeah, it was great. So and he liked it. Of course he did. Yeah. I need to give that a try sometime. But we're gonna keep the tongue out of the next one and try some tongue tacos. And then also the lady that had bought the tongue came back today, and she was asking if we had any more. I told her we were out. We were gonna have some more. Asked her how she had fixed it. So she had fixed it and done tacos de lengua. And then she said with the leftovers, she had done some stuffed squash with some of the tongue meat. And she said those turned out really good. Chabo tacos. I don't know what that is. JP, you might fill me in on Chabo tacos. I've never heard of those. So, but anyway. I think I'm gonna sign off. Please share these videos with your friends and folks that are interested in farming and where their food comes from. We're trying to, continue to Chibo. Sorry about that. Chibo. Goat tacos. Okay. Yeah, I need to do some goat. I think so. I'll tell you all this story real quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep running it. Sandra and I, a few years ago, before we ever got started into farming, we went to Mexico. We went to Mexico a couple times. Playa del Carmen, loved it down there. Went to a resort, and so we were out on the street one night. I think they called it Park Avenue. It was kind of like you were walking out towards the bay, where it went over to one of the islands. But anyway, we had a sketchy street taco that I think probably was goat, and it was good. Might have had a cerveza in me or two, but it was still good. So. Cliffside Acres, smooth delivery, quality content, presentation makes for a successful channel. Keep on keeping on. Tim, appreciate that. Thanks a bunch, man. Appreciate that feedback. Yeah, we're trying. I'm just an old country boy that's got a iPhone that's trying to do a couple of videos and kind of share what we do on the farm, and feel like we're getting a little better, a little experience, watching some other videos and trying to learn how to do this a little better. But appreciate that feedback. homegrown wife, have a great night. Appreciate your way of raising meat. Thank you so much. We appreciate that too. We're trying to do things right, raise animals the right way, be respectful of them and their lives, and try to heal the earth and grow soil and do all the things that, you know, I think the good Lord put us here to do, and take care of His creation. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Share these videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Now, how do you stop it?